Hello singers! Hello, my name is Jean Lee and I was a vocal judge for the musical theater pop movie song category. It was my great pleasure to watch and hear all of you sing and perform, and I just wanted to say from the bottom of my heart, congratulations. Congratulations for actually submitting your video, taking action to do it, and working hard to prepare. So I just want to say, give yourself a pat on the back and give your voice teachers a pat on the back too, because they work so hard to help you to prepare. Very good job. So I wanted to share a few last comments as a judge. First thing is just something about the judging process, and the second thing is a tip. Okay, so first thing is about the judging process. And I just wanted to say that when you look at my comments, and I wrote quite a lot of comments for all the singers, you will see that they are quite honest. If I tell you, great job on pitch, on rhythm, on expression, I really mean it, okay? So it's honest. It's truly how I feel. So please give yourself another pat on the back. I also might have included a tip. I usually gave many singers tips on how to improve. And you might think, oh, I didn't do well. That's why I got a tip. That's why I got a correction. Don't think that way. I really hope you don't think that way, because I gave you a tip because I believe you have potential. I believe you have potential to grow as a singer. So that's why I gave you that suggestion. You should try this or that. So I suggest that you have that kind of mindset as a singer, to think that when people give you feedback, it's helping me to grow. They believe in me. Even if I'm not perfect, they want me to grow. And that is the best mentality for a voice student. So that's the first thing. So the second thing I want to share is, you might be wondering this, which is, what were the judges looking for? Were you thinking that? I'm not sure. But I did feel inspired to share with you a little bit about, from a judge's perspective, what we are looking for, because that will help you to also prepare for the next performance or competition, right? So, when judges are listening, of course, your singing, your pitch, your rhythm, okay, your diction, your costume, all these kinds of things are important. They are. But there is one thing that is very important that you might want to practice a bit more or learn how to do, okay? And this is something very deep. This is something that you only learn probably in a college acting or singing program. But the reason why I want to share with all of you young singers is because, number one, I feel you have the potential to understand, and I believe that if you try this, you can get a head start, in your development as a singer. So this is what I call, you can call it storytelling, which is something you're going to learn today, I believe. Or what I like to call it is emotional homework. Emotional homework. I'm going to give an example of Mulan Reflection, because many of you sang that, okay? So what I saw from many singers is this kind of expression in their body. So I'll give you an example. Okay, it's like, who is this girl I see staring straight? Okay, you see my arms are doing this kind of like conducting. I also saw this. Why is my reflection someone I don't know? Okay, this is called maybe diaphragm expansion, vocal support motions. The third one is, must I pretend that I'm something with these fingers to indicate high notes and low notes. Do you do any of these things? Anyways, these are very common vocal habits, hand habits. While you're practicing, maybe in your voice lesson, trying to breathe or trying to hit a high note. Okay, unless you are Mariah Carey or maybe Christina Aguilera and you're super famous and you can get away with, okay, doing this kind of hand finger stuff. Aside from those singers, most singers cannot get away with this kind of thing, okay? And especially for musical theater, these are the kind of habits we want to put down. We want to set down, okay? So as a musical theater major, okay, this is what you would learn. You want to find a neutral position with your body kind of neutral, your feet planted. You want to be kind of a blank paper. And you want to do a little bit of emotional homework about the character, and that will help you naturally express the song, okay? So I'll give you an example from Reflection, okay? So what you can do first is understand the story and the character. This might be watching Mulan, reading a book about the history of Mulan, etc. For pop music, it could be deeply thinking about the lyrics and the meaning. And how does that connect to you? And I'm going to use the example of Reflection, okay? So in the Disney song Mulan, she's looking into a lake, right? And she sees, oh my gosh, the person that I see, my reflection, is different than who I really am inside. And she feels, there's a conflict. Okay, now, how does this connect to you and how can you express and connect to this? You can think about, have you ever, before your friends perhaps, put on a face, I'm doing fine, but really inside, you're not. So this is a conflict. You can think about that. Another thing is Instagram, right? A lot of people like Instagram. So you see a beautiful picture, maybe of yourself. But at that time when you took that picture, you weren't that happy, right? You've heard some stories, some people who post on Instagram, they are wearing a bikini, but they were freezing to death. You see, there's a conflict. What they are feeling and what they're showing on Instagram, they are different. So in the same way, you can sing maybe to your phone and be like, who is that girl I see staring straight back at me? Why is my reflection someone I don't know? Okay, do you understand what I'm trying to say about connection? Connecting. Make this into a story that connects with you personally. So this makes your voice tone, your gestures come from a natural place, just like you're talking, just like you're telling a story when you're talking. When you're singing, you also want your gestures to be natural. You see, when I'm talking to you, I use my hands a lot. So if I go like this, but what if I say, if I'm talking and I'm doing things that are not connected to what I'm saying? Isn't that weird? Singing is the same way, okay? So one example I would suggest you can look up, she's really famous in Broadway, is Laura Osnes. She is really, really famous for Grease and many other musicals. She barely moves her arms. She's always in this kind of neutral position, but when the emotion comes, then she expresses it in her face and occasionally something natural, like she's talking to you like a friend. So this is a very big, important tip that sometimes less is more. Feeling an emotion and expressing that true connection is probably the most important thing in this genre of pop and musical theater. Because many people, you guys, they can sing and dance, okay? Many people get trained, but not that many people. They can deeply connect with you. They can deeply connect, make you cry, make you feel an emotion. This is one special thing that judges nowadays are looking for. Can I connect with this person and can I feel their emotion? I really hope that this is helpful to you. I hope that you as singers will try to connect in a personal way with every song that you sing from now on. I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you again.